What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I'll be your curator today. Hey guys, we got another cool one for you. All the way from 2009, we bring you the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra collection. Ripcord. Guys, this is from the first G.I. Joe motion picture back in 2009, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, it got some mixed reviews, and one thing it did give us, it gave us some cool 12-inch fully articulated action figures from the movie. And what they did, what Hasbro did, let's bring this guy in. What Hasbro did was take the exact likenesses of the actors and actresses and did phenomenal head sculpts. And what you're looking at here, this is Wallace Ripcord Weems, played by famed actor-comedian Marlon Wayans. And I think they got Marlon Wayans' head sculpt to a T. And this was one of the selling points for me, excluding the fact that, we had some 12-inch G.I. Joes back on toy store shelves, but the likenesses of the actors and actresses that were portrayed in the movie, and it was just beautifully done. And I was extremely excited about this particular line of G.I. Joes that came out for the movie. They were all done just beautifully. Guys, if you're just tuning in or stopping by the channel, like and subscribe. This is what we're doing. We're hanging out in our museum today. And I said, you know what? We were taking some G.I. Joes to the archives. And this particular set of G.I. Joes will be getting transferred to our museum archives. So I said, you know what? Let's do a quick review on these guys. They were cool figures. They didn't cost an arm and a leg. I believe I paid about $24 for this particular figure. I bought the majority of my G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra figures from Toys R Us. And the other half from Walmart. So, and I believe we have pretty much everybody in the collection. I wanted to make sure we got everybody in the collection. But this is just a beautiful figure. Here's his body armor that he had on in the movie. He's on a fully articulated body, G.I. Joe body. He's got the gung-ho grips. They gave him a beautiful M16 machine gun or assault rifle, whichever you want to call it. He's got the ballistic padding on his armor on his pants. Nice boots. And it's simply done, beautifully done, very simply, but not a lot of accessories, not a lot of wow factor. And I was fine with that. This is his reactive impact armor that we're looking at here. And I was fine with the fact that he didn't have a ton of accessories. I was okay with that. Because he was so aesthetically cool to look at anyway, with the armor, the actor's likeness. Everything was just perfect for this figure. So this was Ripcord, the Ripcord from the movie. Let's turn this guy around. beautifully done. Get you a blown out shot here. Card art on this is just beautiful. Backstory on G.I. Joe. There's the figure of Ripcord. It's Ripcord's file card. He's always going to be Marlon Wayans to me, though. Here's some more Joes and Cobras from the collection. We have all these guys. Guys, what do you think of Ripcord? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? You can still find these guys fairly easy. They're not super rare. They're not the collectability is they maintain their collectability. So they're not hard to find, and they're not super expensive. You can still get these guys for a decent price. I wouldn't go higher than, oh man, I wouldn't go higher than $50, $50 or $60 for this guy. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. But if you absolutely have to have this guy in your collection, definitely. Always start with our good friends at Cotswold Collectibles. Art and his team at Cotswold Collectibles are phenomenal. They are collectors themselves, and I always start with Cotswold Collectibles. I swear by those guys. So when I need anything secondary market or new, you know, we have a ton of new stuff that we've we've made some purchases from Cotswold Collectibles. So guys, we have we have some fun surprises for you guys coming down the road. You know, we have our Brazilian Falcon G.I. Joe figures. They just arrived. So the second we get them into the museum, our museum, we'll set those reviews up for you. But we're just having fun here. We're just having a ton of fun. But this guy, you can get this guy. But I would always start with Cotswold Collectibles first and then work my way back to maybe Amazon or eBay. Watch out for the bidding wars on eBay. But just a aesthetically cool figure. And when I saw him, I said, "There's no way. I have to buy this guy." You know, this is 2009 at this point, and we had been without G.I. Joe for about a good 4 years. You know, prior to this movie coming out. So, and then they came out, and these guys looked so cool. You had to. Now, there was I believe there were 2 figures that were released in Paris, France. In France, they never made it stateside, and I think one is Storm Shadow. I believe Storm Shadow. And I'm looking for that particular figure. He never made it to stateside. It wasn't released over here in the States. So, but it was a part of this line. So, I mean, the search continues on that guy. But so there were a few that were released. The Baroness figure was released from the San Diego Comic-Con back in 2009. And she's another cool figure. We don't have her either, but we're in the process of acquiring her. So we're excited about that. Guys, we have a fun action-packed week for you. We want you guys to stay tuned, locked in, ready to go. Want you guys to grab your favorite beverage, hop on the couch, kick back, relax, and tune in to the M.I.B. Master Museum. God bless. And keep collecting.